Welcome back to another episode of the Fourth World Quick Takes. I'm here with my co-host Nicholas Todd Averly. How you doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
Doing well, doing well. All right. So our first story comes from Yahoo. Uh, so the headline says Native Americans critique data surveys following election, and it just talks about how the CNN graphic had Native Americans as something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we already would cover this topic. It's just there's been the CNN released a statement stating our exit poll results included a poor choice of words, and in no way do we intend to minimize the importance of indigenous communities and Native American vote.
It's all like saying official. We're sorry, we messed up, yo.
Yeah. So what do you think about that quote?
What she said.
Yeah.
So kind of glad that at least somebody said something about it, and I don't know. I guess it kind of did try. They did try to minimize, but I don't know if it was rushed just because of the election night and all that. They were hurry up trying to get polls and everything. But I'm glad somebody said something.
Yeah, at least it's an apology, but somebody should have caught it before,
Right?
Like, I think it's just a super lazy way to just say Native Americans instead of like saying Native Americans. Like everybody knows it's Native Americans. Like,
It's like somebody, the person that did that must not have had the right intentions.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know. I get that the news gets busy during like election time, but someone really needs to like check your data. And it's just like even though like we're super low percentage, we still count for something. Like we did change the vote in like Arizona, and from what I've been reading, like all the other like Native American tribes, they all heavily favored Biden too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because basically, like how in the article says, and Native Americans are primarily more leaning toward Democratic.
yeah, we're more left.
Yeah,
And it's nice that like it finally showed that like our vote does count, and we even though as small as like percentages we are, our vote does count, and it's nice that like there was a big push in this election for getting everybody to vote.
it does seem
Yeah.
like there was like a bigger push for the election, especially like back home. As far as for like advertising and just kind of people talking about it. I know my mom and my family were just like more advocate on voting this year. So it was a really good year this year. And then it's really cool that the Native American, I guess you could say, the vote didn't
Yeah.
really have in the past like a huge impact on the election like how this year did. So
Yeah.
it's kind of great that we're actually coming together as a nation to be able to vote, for what we need. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think just with that, voting is important and everybody should vote, but it shouldn't just stop there. Like there's more actions to take in the community,
Mhm.
and I feel like as a whole, as a tribe, I don't feel like we're not doing enough.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot more stuff that we can vote on, like
Yeah.
especially for like our native people, especially like with all this CARES Act and CARES package that's be going through, the Navajo Nation and all that.
Yeah.
So that's also another big thing that I think a lot of people have been voting for this past year, and definitely voting is a big thing. But I do agree with you that there is more that our native people can do than just vote.
Yeah, I think a big part of it is just like staying up to date with the local communities and like helping out. And how will be your suggestions in getting active in like our government?
Well, I would say like I kind of like how Jonathan Nez does his live podcast and everything like that,
Yeah.
or like his live feed on Facebook. One thing I do think that he should do is like, okay, as a community, instead of just saying, hey, stay at home, that is a really great thing, but like I would say like post COVID or even pre COVID, they could have been advocating stuff like, hey, we need help doing this, we need help doing that, organizing the community in that way to help, I guess you could say, help the nation kind of grow like that.
Yeah.
I guess you could say, I don't know, an idea that I was having like, I guess you can say people hauling water or having our own farms on the res,
Yeah.
there's definitely a lot of people who are unemployed on the res.
Yeah.
At least get people working to start supplying like our own food and water to like our own nation, so we don't have to depend on outside sources.
Yeah, I remember seeing this statistic saying that like Native Americans get a lot of free stuff from the government, but if you look at it, like our median income as a whole on reservation, I think it's like 20,000, which is terrible.
Yeah,
20,000 per year, like that's below minimum wage.
yeah, and I know reservations, especially up north, that have like 2,000 a year like income per household.
Yeah,
That's bad, man. So I just think rallying. That's one thing our people do is whenever we decide to gather or rally against something, we're a force to be reckoned with. Now we
yeah,
just got to be for a good cause, for a good reason, for growth.
yeah. And I think that's a big reason why I started this, like this quick take, just to be heard and our voices to be heard, and like hopefully we inspire others to do the same
Hmm.
and have our voice out there, because like our voice is lost in all of the numbers, and like we're less than 2%, but we still should matter. And it's nice that like for Arizona we did have an impact in flipping to Arizona blue.
Yeah.
And I know for some like people who are red or like Republicans, it made them really mad.
I don't.
What was your sense on
Oh
that? What's
my,
your pulse on that?
oh my god.
Because like before the elections, I don't know if we said it on here, but there was a lot of Trump flags rolling around. Like there was like there'll be like 5 flags on there, 3 Trumps, like two American flags.
That's when you see like caravans rolling around and all that. I'm just like, really? You really care about a politician who doesn't care about you so much that you're gonna have this dude's name plastered all over your truck? You're
Yeah,
nice. Give it that. I give them that they have a nice truck. It
yeah,
is a really nice truck, but you're gonna ruin it by putting some politician's name on there.
yeah.
Like y'all don't have a hero that you can put on there. Like I don't know. I'd flow a Bruce Lee flag on my truck, man. Now
Me
that
too.
guy, stood for something.
Yeah.
Or I put Manuelito.
You know what he stood for, and like you believed in what he was like fighting for.
Mhm.
But like for Trump, I feel like he says a lot of things, but
He says it to get your vote. You know.
he's a master marketer. Like Trump is building a brand. Like the Trump is a brand, and for him to say like outlandish stuff, it's kind of like doing it for clicks.
Yeah.
It's like he's doing that to get a reaction,
Mhm.
to like boost his brand and get his name more out there, and which thus will like have effect on other things, like getting his name out there, so like a person that's maybe leaning like in the middle will hear Trump more often and lean more right.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and then like if you have somebody like I don't know, one of my idols that I really love and remember always is Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was like one of the founders and forefront pushers of Chinese American movie actors,
yeah,
in the United States and Hollywood and all that. Plus, his martial arts was out of this world.
yeah.
His work ethic and everything was just beyond everything. So he's always been one of my greatest idols. So if y'all have a Bruce Lee flag, like send it to us. I'll put it on my truck. I'll take a picture of
Oh
it.
yeah, there was a tweet that I put on my Instagram. Trump tweeted, "Pro Biden effort offered Native Americans $25 to $100 Visa gift cards and jewelry to vote."
What?
Oh,
Let me,
that's a
hold
Donald
up.
Trump tweet.
Hold up.
For me, like I didn't receive a gift card. Just putting that out there. If I was supposed to receive a gift card, I didn't receive
So
one.
where am I supposed to sign up?
Well, I haven't received like I don't think most of the Americans have received the CARES Act yet.
This is probably in Oklahoma, bro.
You think so?
That's where they got money, I would imagine, dude. Because like, they ain't got no spare money to be giving out all that to niggas out here.
I think for Oklahoma, like I think it was weird. My sister went to school in Kansas, and like
Mm,
in Oklahoma, you could gamble at 18.
yeah.
I didn't know that, so like I went there as like a sophomore. No, I think it was like a sophomore in high school. It was like 16, 17. I
Yeah.
was like, I can almost gamble here, which is weird because
Yeah.
in Arizona you have to be 21.
Yeah, I drove through Oklahoma once, and I swear, bro, at every like 30 miles, there was a casino. I've
Yeah.
never seen anything like it, and I tried going there. I called, and they said the tables were open.
Well, let me read this headline real quick. Let me read the first paragraphs. Key Native American leaders working with Biden campaign offered tribal members and associates Visa gift cards, jewelries, and other swag to vote in presidential election, according to several videos being used by the Trump campaign effort to challenge Nevada's vote. In one long video, officials from the Reno Park's Indian County colony are shown offering a raffle of gift cards in value of $25, $100, $250, and $500 to those who can prove they voted.
Oh, okay.
So it's
So
kind of
that's not every single Native Americans
Yeah.
getting card. It was a raffle, which I guess is a good way to show or a good tactic to get people out to vote.
yeah.
I mean, like if you were to persuade me and be like, "Hey, if you go out and vote, there's a chance you can win $500." All right, I was gonna do it anyways, but shoot, yeah, I'll do it. I'll
Yeah.
sign up. But I do think that is kind of, it's kind of sketchy a little
He's
bit.
grabbing that straws now. Like,
Yeah.
like we're already less than 1%. I bet that Nevada trap is even smaller. Like,
It's all
if the Biden campaign wanted to bribe anybody, it should be the Navajo Nation. We have
all-
the biggest group of people. Like, what are they going after now?
It's all he mad that we change Arizona.
We changed Arizona.
So he's going after natives, bro.
But yeah, I didn't receive any gift cards, and I voted blue. And you
Yeah.
voted blue too, huh?
Yeah, I did. But
You had the blue bandana on.
Biden 2020. I wanted Bernie, but
Me too. Bernie would have mopped Donald Trump. Okay, so that does it for this video. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe. We out here.